Welcome back to Guadeloupe, and we're playing Admiral's Order, the All Hands Edition. This is the first scenario in this game. The Blanche versus Le Pique, the British versus the French ship. And we're entering turn 5 now, which is 12 PM. So now this is a good time that we can start to look at tactics. What's happened so far is the British, down here, the Blanche, they're down to only 5 ship condition now, whereas Le Pique is in much better condition. They're down to 8 ship conditions. They've got an advantage there. Le Pique, because of their devastating rake the last turn, they've also got 2 full sails left, and the British have 2 sails left, although they're down 1 of 5 condition on that ship rigging for that second sail. So again, the British are at a slight disadvantage there. It looks like Le Pique over here, they could potentially take the advantage, the initiative again this turn. And if they do take the initiative, they could easily fire a chain shot just back because they've got a chain shot card in hand. So it's all looking good for the French at the moment. The Blanche's best hope is that they can draw an initiative, play their bear up card. Maybe they get a chain shot card as well. And maybe they can fire at Le Pique and start targeting either the sails or the hull. Not quite sure. So that's the situation at the start of turn 5. So this is my third game, as I mentioned at the start of the videos, and every time I play this game I learn something new. So what I was doing previously was drawing the manoeuvre cards there at the start of every ship turn. What I should have been doing them is drawing them at the start of the turn, which is why on the ship status sheet you have to calculate the command points at the start of the turn, which dictates how many manoeuvre cards you get. So let's see how this works. So we'll draw the cards for the British first. And the British have got a windward and backing sails, and they've got bear away and backing sails. That's all they're allowed because that's their command value limit. Now the French are going to have a chain shot, another chain shot. That's handy for them. And they're going to have a special manoeuvre and bear away. Fine. Let's draw the initiative, see what happens. The Blanche really needs a good draw here. It's not going to be easy for them because they are drawing the yellow tokens. And if Le Pique gets a high figure here, it could be good for them. 25, that's going to be almost... that's impossible to beat, I think. So it looks like the French have got the initiative, but for academic sake, let's see what happens. 19. So it's very high initiative for the British there. They're obviously keen to get moving and try and turn that ship around and fire back. But they haven't got that advantage. So because they're down to 2 sails, Le Pique now is 5 movement points and they can play 2 manoeuvre cards. And the first thing they're going to do is fire a chain shot at the stern of the Blanche there. We're going to do a rake. So let's work out. So they've got a ship condition of 8 and the distance of 1. So 8 and 1. Yeah, it's a good firepower that is. That's a firepower of 5. So we've got firepower of 5. And we need to add some modifiers. So they are going to target the rigging, and because they're targeting the rigging, they get a +1 firepower, which is equal to 6 firepower. And it's a rake, they get 1 additional die, and it's a stern rake, which is directly behind them. So they've got a firepower total of 8, and they're going to roll 3 die here. And they're going to add +4 to the die roll. So that's 10, 11, it's got 15. So the die is 15, they're targeting the rigging. Let me just look this up on the chart. I think it's the same as last time actually. The last time I did roll, I did add 1 extra die roll by accident because I added 5 for the chain shot when it should have been a +4, but hey ho, it's a solo game. We'll let that one pass. So it's 15, dice and 8 for the... Yeah, so it's 2R, 2S. So things are not looking good for the Blanche at all now. So they're 2 away from losing another sail, and they're only 3 ship condition away from actually being sunk, at which point they'd lose the game. That's them done. And then they get to see, potentially they could fire from the other side, from the port side, if they could turn round, but they've only got 2 manoeuvres allowed, so I'm not sure that getting the port side is going to be possible. But you never know, actually. No, they've got bear aways, but they need bear up to turn into winds, then bear up again to get to the other side, and that's just not going to be possible. Then they've got a special manoeuvre. They can't quite do it. In fact, they could have turned around and fired their other side if they had enough movement points, but they haven't got quite. So let's just do some sailing against the wind here. Just try and see if they can use. It's not worth using any of their cards really. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the Pique moved. And the question is, do they keep their special manoeuvre or do they use it up? Bearing in mind they can only keep 2 cards, and they've got 3 cards down here. So there's a lot of tactical decisions in this game. La Pique is going to use their special manoeuvre, and they're going to use it to actually repair. And what they're going to repair is they're going to repair one of the rigging. So, if I had a pencil, I'd mark it in pencil on here, but I'm just going to put a R to show that that's repaired. And then actually they get their mast back intact. So it's definitely looking good for La Pique there. Fine. And then they can keep them 2 cards. They could have kept up to 3 cards because they got their mast back intact. And now it's the Blanche turn. So what can they do to fire back? Again, they want to try and get behind the stern if they can, but they are sailing down this way now, so coming from the top of the map downwards. So to try and turn it round is going to be tricky. They don't have any chain shot available, but can they get within 1 hex? That's what I'm just thinking. Potentially they could play a Windward card, so they can actually use a Windward to actually just move sideways against the wind. That takes up 3 movement points. That wouldn't be a bad bet actually. Okay, they're going to do that just out of interest. They play Windward for 3 movement points, which is sailing up that way. Yep, that's a legal move. That's the first time we've seen Windward in this game. I've used that card up, and then they are going to... They could fire at that point, because they would be within the arc there, so they can fire out that side. But they are going to play a bear up card. They're going to play a bear up card. Turn like that. That would protect their stern a bit, surely. And they're going to drop this other bear away card and back in sails, and that's going to fire a shot now. So let's see what their firepower is. They're going to be targeting the rigging to try and get that mast back down. So let's see what happens. let's see what happens here. So we've got a ship conditions down to only 3 now. A ship condition of only 3 for the British. That's going to be difficult for them. They have got a range of 1, which is handy for them. So that gives them a 2 firepower. So we get, that's fine. It's got 2 firepower. And targeting the rigging, so they just roll 3 dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 on the die. So 9 on the die, there's no modifiers there, there's no chain shot played. So we've got the firepower of 2. And a 9, that's just the R. The result is 1 rigging is gone, so that repair that they did, gone. They have lost the mast, so they've managed to demast the ship again. Not too much gain there though. Fine, that's gone again. So we moved to leeward, didn't we? You know, I've lost track of the movement now, so we've used 3 movement points up, definitely. I can't remember if we had to move any more movement points up, but we've lost track, hey ho. There you go, for argument's sake, they're ended up there. I think that's 5 movement points. If it's not, it's not. Now they've done their moving, they've done their firing. So as a separate movement, they can play their repair card, which they are going to do. They've got a repair card, and they're going to repair the ship condition. So they've got 1 repair. So ship condition, that means they've got 4 ship condition left now. So the British have moved up, used up all their cards, nothing to retain. That's the end of the turn. I'm going to mark it as cleanup done, simply by taking off the markers there. There's no more cleanup to do at this stage. So that's all good. Now we need to work out the command values. There's no change in command values actually. Yep, no change in command values, so each get 2 cards. Let's shuffle the deck quickly. Let's see what happens. So draw 2 cards for the British. They've got a more sails and leeway, and bear away in leeway. No chain shot for them. What can the French get? Leeway back in sails, and chain shot more sails. A chain shot again. That's going to help the French big time. Best thing the Blanche can hope for is initiative again. La Pique draws, because they're highest to the wind, a 24. That's lucky drawing for them. That's going to be, again, impossible to overcome, I think. 11, yeah, so it's academic. Right. So La Pique's down to 5 movement points. Seeing what cards I've got left. They could turn. They need 2 bear aways. So I'm not doing close combat in this game because they could have bear aways and then crashed into the ship if they was doing close combat, but we're not using those rules. There are rules for quick close combat, but we're not going to play it here. For the simple reason that the La Pique could be damaged more than they actually gain just from trying that close combat action based on the quick close combat rules. They haven't got 2 bear aways, so there's no way that they can make a move. Fine, we'll do a simple chain shot. Chain shot played. But it's not a rake this time, it's just a normal chain shot. So I'm going to target the rigging though, because they do get a advantage for targeting rigging. So let's just work out the firepower here. And looks like the battery's running out of my camera. I may need to change the battery soon, but if I do, we'll get that changed. So the firepower is, we've got a distance of 1, and the ship condition is 8. Firepower is still 5, that's high firepower. But plus they get a +1 for targeting rigging. This time they've got a firepower of 6. No stern rake, so it doesn't go up to 8. Let's just see what happens. So they roll this time 2 die. 2 die plus 4 for the chain shot. That's 8. That's a die roll is 12. So let's just work this out quickly. So dice is 12. Firepower is 4 on the rigging. So it's 2R. And they've lost a mast. So this is critical. So we mark off the Blanche. 1, 2. Next mast gone. That's going to hinder them possibly for command value. And they can only perform 1 manoeuvre now. So they haven't got repair available, the British, so they're going to start finding themselves a very difficult situation to move soon. So chain shots played. So they've got to move up to 5 movement points if they can. And yeah, they're just going to do some simple manoeuvre. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are going to play the bear away card. No, sorry, that's not their cards, is it? They've got a bear away card, but it's a chain shot as well, so they might want to keep that for next time. So it's a dangerous position for them. Yeah, to err on the side of caution, they are going to play bear away. So they're going to get rid of their chain shots just for the sake of bearing away. But that's, in my mind, that's safety for them. Fine, that's them done. And then the Blanche. Let's see what their movement condition is, because I haven't got down to this 1 mast situation before. So 1 mast on a frigate and a normal wind, which is what this scenario dictates, is 3 movement points only. 3 movement points only, so they're not going to be able to move too far. So you can see their options are really starting to diminish now as these masts start to drop. So I think what they're going to do is try and get 1 closer away, and they're going to fire their port side. So we've got 1, 2, fine. They are in range, they're going to fire port side, and they're going to be targeting the rigging. They've got a distance of 1, the ship condition of down now is 4. Which gives them firepower at 3. There's no other modifiers to apply, so we've got to simply roll 3 dice and see what happens. 4, 5, 6, 7. So on a roll of 7, and a firepower of 3, it's just 1 hit to the rigging only. So we've started on La Pique to fill up the second row now. But it's just the start of the second row. Each row has 5 conditions. So what I'm going to do is just tidy up this game, change the batteries on the camera, and I'll see you soon. This is Admiral Inwood, aka the Lord General, and we've been watching the Blanche versus La Pique. I'll see you soon to conclude this battle.